Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Francie, and I'm here with my channel, The Hermetic Herald, for a very interesting message. It's going to be a more political reading, or at least involving someone in the political arena. So we're going to be talking about Joe Biden, okay? I'm feeling these 3 cards, these 4, wow, for him. So I wanted to touch base on his current situation. I wanted to touch base on the masks that he's presenting to the public, how he wants to be perceived by the people today. I also want to look into his self-image and how he truly feels about himself. I'd like to also go into his obstacles, and I'd like to also touch base on his current trajectory and what we can expect. Now, I'm going to be going into a timeline because I feel like timelines are very nice because they kind of go into the specific attributes or time frames for things that are going on with regards to him. So interesting. I feel like I should light a candle for him. Let me see. All right. So I heard the word gardenia, which is the name of my candle. So excuse me as I bend down here to get this all situated. But yeah, we're going to touch base on all of this. Let's look into, I'm feeling like this is actually going to be the main energy of this entire reading. So this is not yet what we're talking about, but we're going to see what comes through, okay? First card we have is the King of Wands in reverse. Okay, so Spirit wants to highlight my Spirit team and his also. I feel like they're also involved here. They want to talk about his energy being the King of Wands in reverse. Typically, the King of Wands energy is someone who's very driven, who has a lot of goals, who's very focused and acute on acting on something, on going forward with something. He's in the reverse. So this can denote that he has a very destabilized king energy. King of Wands in reverse means that he's not stable. He's not, his driving force is very off or very unstable. This can be someone who's tyrannical, because usually the King of Wands is about working towards a goal, right? You got to this place as the King of Wands. You went through all of the wands to get to the end here. But when you're in reverse, it's like you're taking advantage of what you have and of what you can do. So it's a very selfish energy here. I feel like it's someone who is greedy, because usually you're driven with it upright, but when you're in reverse, it's like you're not stable. You're wanting more, you're doing more, you're thinking about doing more and focusing on just getting. It's like a very, I'm hearing like so many words for him. It's like attention grabbing for some reason is what I'm getting. Very greedy, very interesting. Okay, let's keep going. So the next one is the 5 of Cups. We have someone who is also feeling at a loss. And I feel like that's why this energy is coming out in reverse. It's because he's trying so hard to stay on top of his throne that what's happening now is he's looking at what he has and what he doesn't have. And he feels like that what he doesn't have outweighs what he has. So you see, if you look closer, just the 3 of Cups here on the floor, like something has fallen, something has been dashed. He's disappointed about something, and we're going to see as we go what needs to come out about his situation right now. But he has 2 things in the back, and I feel like there's like, I'm hearing security, like there's 2 people that are very secure. He feels like there's secure people in his life that he can trust, but mostly he feels like just disappointed. He feels like he's lost something. There's a lot of great disappointment and sadness in this card. Okay, so we have 8 of Swords. Not great cards coming out for this guy, and it's, I swear, Spirit has a way of conveying what's going on with people, and I usually don't have things in reverse, but when they come out in reverse, that's definitely telling you there's something going on with him and his leadership. 8 of Swords is about being stuck in your head, being tied up, being confused. He feels really confused here. Usually the 8 of Swords is about not seeing your way out of a situation, feeling very stuck and tied. He feels like his hands are tied. And I'm hearing like he says, my hands are tied a lot. My hands are tied. My hands are tied with X. My hands are tied with Y. My hands are tied with this. He feels very I'm hearing wobbly. He feels very like, his energy is very unclear. It's very like grainy. I'm not getting like, it's like his energy is just really like all over the place. I'm just gonna be honest with you. He feels scattered. So I don't know if his mental state is just scattered a lot, but he is scattered. Eight of Swords is like, man, I can't see myself. I can't see anything above my, like in front of me. I can't see around me. Very confused. Last card we have, oh my gosh. Did this guy get any positive cards yet? No. Five of Pentacles is about feeling left out in the dark. He feels unaware of something. I feel like he is the person here for some reason between the two people. He doesn't have crutches, and I feel like Spirit wants to highlight that to you guys as the collective. He does not feel like he has things to hold on to. He feels very old. Interesting. I heard very old. He feels very old. Okay, he just feels like crouched over, and he feels really tired. He feels really out in the cold, but he doesn't have support. They want us to note that. I want you guys to hear that as of today, because I'm doing this reading on September 25th, 2023. He feels like he's out in the cold, and that he's the worser of the two. He feels like he has to keep himself going. He has to trudge forward. And I feel like he could fall at any moment is what I'm seeing here. So falling is significant. Okay, let's get into his energy. More of his energy. Let's see what's coming through. Spirit guides, angels. I'm hearing demonic. I don't know why I'm getting that energy. I come through this, or come to this reading with an unbiased, as much as possible approach, but I'm hearing words that I need to tell you guys. Okay, we had this come out sideways, so we're gonna look at what is his current situation like, Spirit. Interesting, they're saying this is his current situation, and then this is also his mask. Current situation, mask. What is, okay, that came out quick. His self-image. Okay, what are his obstacles, Spirit? Whoa. What are his obstacles? I feel like there's something else here. Are there any other obstacles? Okay. Oh my gosh, okay. Anything else, Spirit? No. Okay, what is his current trajectory? Where is he heading? What is his current, Joe Biden's current trajectory? All right. Wow. Is there anything else, Spirit? They're all falling like reverse, reverse, reverse. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get into it. Okay. A lot of cards, guys. A lot of cards. Spirit has a lot of cards to talk about with regards to what the outcome is of his presidency, the outcome of just him. Okay. So let's start off with his current situation. What is his current situation like? Page of Swords. He's not talking a lot. When I see this energy, it makes me feel like he's trying to be very considerate of what he says, of the contracts that he has placed already. He's trying to be really focused on being very quick with his communication. He doesn't want to talk a lot. He's trying to protect his voice in the media, in the public. He's trying to be very quick, very concise, very straight to the point. He is not going any further into his into his words, or his thought life is what I'm hearing. I'm feeling like he just kind of wants to just get whatever he needs to get out, and that's it. I'm feeling really strongly this card coming through, and I feel like it needs to be first. Okay. Spirit likes to tell me like how to orient my cards. So let's look at the mask for him, okay? We have the Two of Cups sideways. So his mask, how he wants people to see is that he is a lover, okay? That he is a, not the weird, I'm not thinking about this any other way, but more so that he's trying to look at how he can connect people. He's trying to look at how he can bring or bridge a gap or bring people together. He's trying to look at himself as the balance between two worlds. Interesting, two poles is what I'm hearing. He's trying to bridge gaps constantly. He's trying to communicate with people a lot. He's trying to, when I say communicate with people a lot, he wants to convey, I should say, because he's not very strong in communication right now with the Page of Swords. It's more so that he wants to always make it seem as though he is loving in his energy towards people. That is what he is constantly doing. That is like almost like the main focus, is what they want you to see, is that he's trying to remain a source of positivity, a source of love, a source of content, not contention, but of connection with people. That's coming through. I'm getting a word with a V. Let's see what comes out later. We have his true self-image, how he sees himself. He sees himself as unbalanced, guys. He sees himself as not being balanced enough for this. I'm hearing for this role. He feels like he just doesn't have the stability, like I was saying earlier, to get through this. It feels like he's just either giving more to something and giving less to another. And that's why he feels so uncalibrated. But this is his self-image. So this is his personality. This is how he sees himself. We also have the Eight of Cups. He sees himself as someone who is always looking for better. He's not satisfied with his current situation emotionally, with regards to politics, with regards to, I'm hearing his cabinet members. He's not satisfied at all. He's looking for satisfaction, but he's not finding it there. And I feel like he thinks it's all, okay. Clarifying that, right? We have the Tower, the Strength card, the Queen of Wands energy, and the Queen of Swords. We have two females that he specifically is not feeling comfortable with or feeling emotionally happy with. He feels like he has to put his foot down with regards to someone, because we're getting the Nine of Wands, the Page, the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. He's trying to focus in on his work, and he's very like, something is going on with this marriage, guys. He's feeling heartbroken about some situation with regards to his relationship, kind of like how it's going so far. I feel like has his guard up with regards to love right now, and he's trying to focus on work. Work is severing them in some way. It's affecting their relationship, and usually it will, right, when you're like the president. But I feel like, yeah, there's something about psychic ability. I don't know if he trusts her. There's something about him not trusting her, keeping a close eye on her, and that is causing a lot of unbalanced energy, because if your home is divided, likely there are issues and things that are not being communicated. Now we have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. There's probably some issue going on between two people, and this seems to be two feminine energies here that are having, I'm hearing, going at it, and he does not like that, or he's trying to distance these two, or trying to distance himself from the issues surrounding these two people. So if you guys hear about this in the news, please let me know. I'm going to keep an eye out. But two specific people, this is either an air sign and a fire sign, or it's just one headstrong woman and then one more so cutting female or woman as well. Feminine energy could be in a masculine form, but I feel specifically these two came out for a reason. I'm just going to keep that there. So yeah, he's trying to, he feels like he tends to withdraw from emotional situations. He doesn't really find solace in emotional relationships heavily. It's interesting because he wants to be presented, right, as this, which is all about connection, emotional, a deep emotional connection. But in reality, he's not about it. He's just not there. I feel like he's searching for more emotional satisfaction, but he's not finding it. And that's where the imbalance is. He's not happy or content or satisfied right now. What are his obstacles? We have Judgment. His obstacle is Judgment. Okay. He needs to realize something, and come to the realization of something really strongly here. Judgment is usually like when you're looking at the end of a situation, and like, for instance, the apocalypse. This is about these people raising their hands and hearing the trumpet, this angel blowing the trumpet and calling their souls either up or somewhere else. And it's like he's not accepting of the call. His obstacle is to address the inevitable. I'm hearing he needs to address the inevitable with how he's doing and how things are going. He needs to address the reality of a situation, and he is not doing that. He is trying to maintain balance, But what he's doing is when he's walking away from emotional stability with regards to his marriage or regards to the people within his cabinet, if he's not having emotional stability in order to address issues with them, not having emotional stability to find solace in something else to help him through this, he is going to maintain that imbalanced energy. He needs to come to grips with something, and he's not. We have here the Five of Wands. There's a lot of conflict. Wow, so there's conflict going on between him and someone else, and he is not coming to the agreement. He tends to pick fights. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It's like he's literally like always saying no to someone that's trying to be on his side or trying to assist him. He's always looking at, we could do this, we could do that. And it's almost like he's trying to like take on things, and he'll do it because you said that he shouldn't. Or you said he should do X, he'll do Y just because you said X. Very unbalanced energy. Yeah, he's trying to stay in control, and he's trying to assert dominance is what I'm hearing. This guy, Joe Biden, is really trying to assert dominance through his you know, we already know his notoriety, but it feels as though he's very confrontational. Look at that, guys. He's very confrontational. He has, with the Seven of Cups, usually it's about illusions, about a lot of options. He tries to just take one choice or make a decision really quick, and it's really it's very confrontational, and it really makes people mad. They're like, bro, you don't know what you're saying. Why are you saying we should do this? And it's like, no, I want to do this. And it's like, you're not actually considering everything. You're not thinking about all the opportunities or possibilities. You're just saying it to assert dominance here. Oh, man. Okay. And we have the Four of Wands, which means that he celebrates and revels in that. Yeah, Ace of Swords. So I feel like this is what Spirit's trying to highlight with him. He has to kind of like stop asserting dominance and trying to overreach or override the opinions of others, because they're actually trying to help him. So someone here he's having issues and conflicts with. That is an obstacle for him. He needs to address this ability or tendency of doing this. We also have here the Queen of Cups in reverse. He's not taking an emotional stance. He's not thinking emotionally balanced in an emotionally balanced way. He's very like you can see here with the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Emotionally, he is not regulated. He's trying to almost like compensate, is what I'm hearing. Compensate for something he feels like people think about him. He feels like people see him as someone that's replaceable, because I have here the Ace of Swords, Death, and the Page of Wands. Like they want someone younger, someone that can do the job better, and he's just not willing to back down. Okay, emotionally, he's just not regulated enough to back down. But karmic fate and destiny is here. Yeah, King of Pentacles. He's just really interesting. I'm feeling like he relies on his influence and money to help him. He has some money. He really does have some money reserved behind something, because he's getting the King of Pentacles. It's like old money. It's money that's like goes back. It may not be old, but it's definitely like racking up in the background here. Let's see what that's all about. Next, let's go at look at his current trajectory. He has the Knight of Wands moving quickly into something. We have the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. Let's keep going before I say anything. Seven of Swords. Seven of Wands, defensiveness. The Hermit. Three of Cups. Nine of Swords. And the Two of Pentacles. One moment here. There's going to be some opportunity that's coming for him, an opportunity to advance in something. It's going to be it's not going to be that big. It's going to be like an opportunity or a step in the right direction. And he's trying to do it behind the scenes quietly. Yeah, Oh. He's looking into something that's going to be very transformative for his an opportunity that's going to be very transformative for his endeavors going forward. I don't know if he's going to try to go for the presidency again. Is that even possible? This guy has been in office for a bit. Yeah, he's going to try again with something. He's going to pursue some opportunity very quickly. He's very stealthy right now. He's trying to focus in on getting this done behind closed doors with the Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, and the Devil. Yeah, he feels really good about this. Look at that. Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the Sun. He feels so good about this next thing on his trajectory. He's trying to move quickly into some opportunity here, and he's very defensive of it. It's like someone else is going to be working with him. Someone else has struck a deal with him and said, hey, we can do this together and we'll all benefit from him. But here's the thing. We have the Nine of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Why is the Nine of Swords and the Two of Pentacles here? We have the High Priestess. He knows that he's getting the shorter end of something. And we also have the Ace of Pentacles. In order to get this opportunity with the Page of Pentacles, he has to lose something that he really feels good about, or something else that an opportunity that was going to come into his hands. So he's going to choose the lesser of two things on purpose, because he had to make a hard decision and hard call on it. And I'm getting here, yeah, he had to end something in order to start this new thing. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Moon. He is dealing with a relationship with someone that isn't giving him some short-term benefits. It's going to be long-term, meaning he's taking this this lesser opportunity so that he can then move towards something that's going to be good for all of them. But it's not his ultimate plan end game. He's kind of worried about if it's going to do well enough for him, because he's trying to balance his finances out. He's worried as hell about this thing. Is there anything else you can tell us about this opportunity? We have the Ace of Wands. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about this opportunity, Spirit? Yeah, it's going to be some opportunity to travel. It's going to be something international. It's going to affect a relationship he has, though, and that's why he's kind of up in arms about it and uncomfortable, because it's going to involve someone else. It's doing something risky. Look at that, guys. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. It's some past relationship he has with someone, and I'm hearing like Randleman, or starts with an R. It's something like that. Seek out information that will help you. He's looking into another person, and this feels like a younger male, a younger Page of Pentacles that he's going to do an agreement. I'm hearing trade agreement with, and he's not going to go with this person that he's known so long that can guarantee him almost something. He's deciding to go for this younger person because maybe he has some edge that will help them. We have someone will try to make you do something against your will. So this person could be pulling his leg, and he feels really like he has to go to this decision or this opportunity rather than the best one. Best in the sense that it would have given him the most money, or the most out of a situation. So period of frustration and a lesson to be learned. He's going to learn a lesson with this person. This person is really using him. Wowzers. Romance is in the air. Yeah, they're like, I smell a deal, and they're taking advantage of that, and they're going to be conspiring, or just doing something together with him. And they're very happy that they're going to make some money, because we have money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. So he has something coming. Yeah, involvement with the law. It seems as though this person has information and insight on him specifically, and someone is leaving your life. So look at this, guys. Someone is leaving your life, overall energy. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. And we have danger, especially in money matters. He's going to lose money if he doesn't take this opportunity that's coming on his trajectory. He's going to end up in trouble with the law if he doesn't address it, if he doesn't do something about it. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Joe Biden he's been involved in some stuff, serious offenses here, with sexual matters coming through with regards to having fun. He did something in his heyday, I'm hearing, something that's going to cause discord with his family and friends, and the guy has inside information on him, and they're using that to their benefit. They're like, yeah, bitch, we got this. 3 of Cups, we can all get something out of this together. No one hears about this issue or the situation. You can come in on a trade agreement or some deal with us, and we'll make some money, and we won't talk about what you did. This is dangerous. He's very uncomfortable with this. He's not happy with this because he has a prior relationship with someone in the public eye that is very well known. Okay. This is someone that he has had a friendship with, but he has to turn it down so that he can avoid getting in trouble or getting caught for something. Compliments from an admirer, sorrow over loss, and depression, anxiety, worrying that someone is against you. Yeah. Someone's against him. So his trajectory is to address a deal, come into some deal with a person that you're going to hear about in the public eye, someone who is younger than him for sure. This person is a Page of Pentacles, or this opportunity is a Page of Pentacles. It's something in its infancy, but they're planning it behind the scenes, and it is a way for him to avoid people hearing about it, about whatever this sexual information or revelry that he went into when he was younger. It feels like this is going to cause discord, and he's trying to avoid it. We have the card why coming through, the question why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? And it's also, he's learning about how to address this with yin energy of accepting the tides, of accepting his fate, is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing imagine. He's in his mind a lot, but he's going in circles with never-ending story. He's going through in circles, and he's learning that all that glitters isn't gold. Whatever looks good in paper, eventually it falters, is what I'm hearing. Eventually, you can be on top of the world, or on top of a situation, and then as quickly as you are on top of a situation, the truth is told, and it becomes some part of your karmic fate with the soulmate card. We have co-create. I'm hearing like disaster, destruction with co-create and higher power. Co-create is in the reverse, so that makes me feel like something's going to be burning down or something's going to be disintegrating, and it's because some higher power is at work with this. Bottom of the deck is going by the book, breathe, and chop wood. He's just kind of biding his time. No pun intended. He's just biding his time, trying to focus on all of the events that he has to do, procedures, and he needs to really focus in on breathing and getting through the situation, because this is very turbulent. It can go turbulent if he doesn't do this agreement with this other person or take part in this opportunity. This could even be for like with his son, but it's some younger energy coming through here. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, what messages, what light attributes does Joe Biden have? What are his light attributes? I'm hearing 3. Nice. Exactly 3 came out. Okay. So that's, or 4 came out. Damn. We got an extra one. Let's get that one here. What are his karmic attributes that the public should be aware of? What are his karmic attributes the public should be aware of? Whoa, okay. A lot of karmic attributes. Okay. He needs to be careful with his mouth. I feel like, I don't know what it is, but he talks a little too much. And that's going to bite him in the booty. That's what I'm getting really strongly. So we have for his light attribute is the Hermit. This is someone who seeks solitude to focus intently on their inner life and serves personal creativity. He has a very rich thought life. He holds things in, okay? With the Hermit, I feel like he holds things in. I also feel like he tends to spend more time in his mind, in his mental space, and that is where he finds a lot of his abundance. And now that that's being affected, I feel like he doesn't feel quite as balanced because of it. He's not as extroverted. He's kind of introverted. We have hero, heroine, which is passion for a journey of self-empowerment or personal empowerment. He really is, he really sees himself in a manner where he wants to empower himself. He always wants to be a better version of himself, or focus on empowering, encouraging himself. This sometimes can come from a place of not feeling like someone was encouraging you enough when you were a child, and you need to always kind of foster that within yourself. Focus on making sure that you are looking out for yourself. He has that energy coming through. We also have here martyr. His light attribute is martyr. That is learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. He's willing to put himself out there for people, and that makes sense with his military history. I feel like he was willing to put himself out on the chopping block, or to face persecution, face difficulties on purpose, so that he could help someone or a cause that he felt very passionately about. We also have healer. Healer is the passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. He likes to heal, so he actually has some like history with modalities, like with healing. He might have gotten into massage or something, but for like just for him, maybe himself and his wife, or for someone. But he has a tendency of wanting to help other people, maybe by saying things like a balm, BALM, like a healing words. He does like doing that. He likes calming and dispelling people's fears and stuff like that. With the Two of Cups, that makes sense for his mask here. Okay, so interesting. Advocate is here. This is about inspiring you to put compassion into action, but he is in the shadow, which is embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. This is what I'm talking about. He takes on causes for his own personal gain. He has to be very wary of that. He has to be wary of trying to latch on to negative causes for the sake of the money, or for the sake of what he thinks it'll do that is better or helpful. But rather looking at the issue or the situation at hand and saying, yeah, this is a sketchy way of doing things. Maybe I shouldn't do it. He has to be very careful of not being swayed by personal gain. We have here athlete, misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. And I'm getting a really gross picture of like him when he was younger, of trying to use his authority or using his physical abilities to hold people physically. Like I'm literally seeing someone like him pushing, or him trying to be very like, it's like a very like oppressive energy here coming through. And I'm seeing it with a female, so I don't know why that's coming through, but or a woman, I should say. Hope I didn't offend anyone there, but yeah, I feel like something happened with regards to his physical abilities, and he's taken advantage of people because of that. Karma has a way of coming around, so sometimes you end up in positions, everyone can end up in a position where like you thought you were strong at one point, and then you become weaker, and then you realize just how human you are, and that you're not on top of the world, you know, all the time. Sometimes you have to learn something. So I'm feeling like he's being humbled, but that's coming through as his karmic archetype. We have also saboteur, induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. This is what I was saying. He sabotages himself by putting himself in situations that people are trying to help him avoid. Like they'll literally say like, hey, we should do this just because I know you're tired, or just because I know this is likely going to happen because you hadn't had your medication, or you haven't had X, Y, or Z. And he's just like, no, I want to do it. And it's like, you want to just be in control, don't you? You just want to tell people what to do. That's pretty much how it is. And it's just simply that. I don't want to listen to you. I'm going to do what I want. And it's like you end up embarrassing yourself. He's embarrassing himself sometimes because he won't just listen to people when they try to tell him something. We have judge, offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. For a president, this is pretty shitty. Misusing business, legal, or criminal authority, misusing stuff as a judge, a karmic judge, that's very concerning. Judge and advocate being in the karmic attribute. That's about personal gain, being more important to you than other people. Okay. Just letting people know, I don't even have any feelings towards either or any presidents. I have no interest whatsoever in standing up for anybody, because I think everyone can be shitty, and I think everyone has karmic and shadow and light attributes. So it's like, this is coming out for a reason. This is also gossip, which is the shadow attribute is thriving on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. He talks a little too much, like I said earlier. I feel like he had to learn how to do that because I don't know why I'm getting this feeling like his mom was a gossiper. And that's not because of like gender roles at all. I feel like this was literally like just the way it was. His mom was more talkative about situations, and he would listen and listen out. But I'm hearing behind a door, he would listen to conversations the mom would have about certain things going on in the neighborhood. And he learned that from a young age. He's like just like his mom in a sense. I don't know why I'm getting that so strongly. But guys, he tends to listen in on conversations. He tends to want to know and get the upper hand on stuff, and then he just starts talking about it. But he won't talk about it to everybody, mind you, but he starts talking, and it's like, be careful. We also have Liberator in the karmic, impressing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. I'm feeling very strongly that he is the same way. I'm just going to say this, guys, because I'm getting the imagery. With regards to the Black community, you guys need to be very careful, because it seems as though the first thing that came to mind in this card is the person on the picture, okay? I feel like when it says imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, he wants to use and utilize the colored community, the people of color, people of a number of different other ethnicities, and I'm hearing religions. He wants to operate in a way where he is utilizing what you think he is or who you think he is, and he's just going to use it to maintain votes. And I feel like you guys need to be aware and be very critical of every single person that comes into the office, into the Oval Office here. You have to look at what they're trying to do. And if they're trying to liberate you or act like you need to be liberated, be very wary of that, because you are the one that can liberate yourself. Your mind is your own, okay? You are the one in control of your mind. Don't let anyone make you feel like you need to liberate yourself or they need to liberate you. Not the reality. So that's for someone here, okay? If you understand what I'm talking about, you can like this video. But yeah, he's trying to utilize certain things in the media like racism, trans issues, just a number of different issues to his benefit. And you have to not fall in line with, you have to be very careful with what he says. He's a very quick speaker, it seems, with the Knight of Swords coming through. He talks really fast. Be careful of what he's saying, because he talks real quick. And I'm getting with the Knight of Swords, he tends to talk before he thinks. And when he does that, listen, okay? I'm just getting that real strong, and I'm not going to lie about that. So that's what I have for you guys today. I have just a number of things that I want to put out there, so I'm going to just leave it at that. And if you guys have any questions, anything you'd like me to touch base on with regards to Joe Biden, please let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe so many people can see this message, so that people can also have an opportunity to weigh in on this message as well. So if you'd like exclusive content or personal readings, I'm also available. Feel free to check out my description box for more information, and also for how many slots I have. I believe I have a couple left for the month of September, so I would love to do readings for anyone that is open and receptive to what comes through. So without further ado, that is what I'll leave you with. But you take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.